Beautiful morning, about 8 a.m. Nice thick fog on the water this morning. Got up around just before 7 a.m. According to the forecast, got down to around 6 degrees last night. It was cool, but I was nice and warm in my tent. So just having a coffee and gonna try to catch some fish. Maybe we'll have some fish for breakfast. Fingers crossed. Changed up my bait. I was using this guy before. Little perch. Had some good luck on these. And change it to this guy here. Heard there's been good fishing at these falls. So if I'm not catching anything, then it must be me. So I'm going to keep changing up the baits. With fishing, you seem to always get a bite when you least expect it, so I'm going to turn the camera off. Well, not successful at catching fish this morning for breakfast, so going to have one of my freeze-dried meals. Having a bandito scramble, egg mix, potatoes, cheddar cheese, mild chilies, and spice to liven up the morning. So, we'll get that ready. We'll have it open. I do have a little cooler. Nothing that needs to stay cold in there on this trip. I use it. It helps control temperature when it's hot out. Keeps things from getting crushed. It also just fits nicely in this Seal Line Boundary 70. Had this bag for over 20 years. It's been great. So it fits nice in there, keeps everything compact. It also helps me make sure that I don't overpack everything I need. So it's cool. I have this GSI Outdoors Minimalist mug. So I just finished my coffee. This also doubles as my pot for boiling water, drying food. Pretty handy. It's pretty good. It also has measuring marks on it. So I pre-filtered water with my my Canada filter. MXR 4-liter water bag. It works, so I got access to water at the top. About to try the Bandito Scramble. Tastes really good. They're a bit pricey, but you can get them on sale sometimes. But convenience and not bringing natural fresh food, keeping your weight down. I think it's worth it. Gonna take a little walk down this portage. 198 meters. This portage takes you to Snow Lake, so it should be a good walk. I'm gonna go check it out and don't think I'll go into Snow Lake with the canoe, but I'll just scope it out. These falls are quite loud. It's kind of nice to actually get away for a bit, a little quieter. Debating whether I pack up camp, which is right beside the falls, and see if that person's still at the island on McGregor Lake, or head back down to Elbow Lake. Go check that out. That didn't feel like 198. Then again, I'm not as tired as I was yesterday. Oh, this is quite nice. Oh, and here's the other campsite. Just packed up camp. Gonna try some fishing right at the base of the falls here in the canoe. And then I'm gonna look for camp somewhere else. There we go. Oh, got off. Sugar. That's what I'm using. Nice gold color. Back up a little bit. Try that again. Yeah, it's going further up there. Uh-oh. Lost them again. There's a bunch of paint on this rock. But I'm the only one that got stuck in that. Just got off portage number 4. Headed back to Elbow Lake, look for another campsite. Gonna do some fishing along the way, and hopefully catch something, maybe a shore lunch, which would be awesome. Portage 4 is my least favorite, even though it's only 12 meters, but it's basically going over rock the whole way, and then there's some rocks with some fast moving water on the other side. Just watching myself. So I had a couple bites on McGregor Lake. If I stayed there long enough, I'd probably catch something, but I wanted to get moving. This would be a nice campsite on the point here. This goes into the next little short part of the river into Elbow Lake. I don't think there's a bad campsite that I've seen yet on this whole length up to McGregor Lake. The site I stayed at last night, Camp 18, was nice. Falls were a little loud. 19 on the other side of the portage on Snow Lake. Really nice spot. I'd go camp there next time for sure. So I'm just trolling right now, the Little Joe. See if I can grab something. This looks like a great spot. Right off this point, we've got a little bit of pencil reeds on the left. See if I can get some shore lunch. Just stopped just before Elbow Lake, just around the corner on the river. Heard a grouse thumping on shore over here. And also there's some weeds here, so I just pulled the canoe into some weeds. Looks like a good spot. Blocked from the wind. Maybe we'll get some ducks or geese come through, which would also be a good option for lunch because I'm starting to get hungry. So we'll see. So I'll just sit here patiently and wait. Line in here at Elbow Lake. Got one here. Feels like a pick. Gonna try this spot where we were catching pickerel last time. It's just off of one of the island campsites. There's a bunch of pencil reeds offshore, almost in the middle of the water. We were hitting them there last time, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see if we can catch us some lunch or dinner, whatever time it is. Last time they were hitting on this guy here. Fingers crossed. So you cast straight up almost into the weeds. This little rock ledge. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. What is happening here? Let's move a bit closer to these weeds. Just want to bite something. Maybe they're not here this time. Or they're not biting. Probably around 3 in the afternoon, so they just might not be biting right now. Do a couple more casts, then I gotta go set up and find camp. Funny thing about fishing, it's always one more cast, one more. Well, I got a troll. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Oh, that feels like a snag. Yeah, that's definitely a snag. That's all I can catch. Snags. Here at campsite 9 and 10 on the map. Island campsite. So far it looks really good. Might be the best site out here. It's windy down low, but when you get up top, it's nice and calm. A little bit of a hike up. Haven't figured out if this is campsite 9 or 10. Nice spot. Could be a little exposed to the wind. The other fire pit. It's just up here. If you're the only one here, you got some options. Fire pit. Plenty of spots for tents. It's a nice area here. There's a trail here. Not sure where this goes. Just a pail, random pail. Right. Huh. That's nice. When I came here in June, I saw a canoe on this side of the island. So, let's see where this goes. This might be campsite 10 or 9. Looks like both of these islands have larger sites for bigger groups. This is nice. Somebody left dartboard. I don't know why you'd carry a dartboard out here. There, nice area. Got a new portable saw here. Picked it up at Cabela's, one of my favorite stores. Haven't used it yet, but it looked interesting. It's compact. So, I believe that comes off. There, it's the handle. Oh, I got that wrong. There you go. Saw. Looks good. See if it works. There we go, works, not bad. Looks good. Long day today. Was at McGregor Lake, at the far end of the lake, camping by the waterfalls. Was nice, very nice camp, but the sound of the falls was nice for a while, but then after a little bit you just want to hear some quiet, hear the wildlife, hear the wind, whatnot. So decided to head back. I'm on Elbow Lake now, on a nice island campsite, which is great. The wind's just starting to die down, so I started a fire. You can feel the temperature drop now as well. Last night it must have been 4 or 5 degrees. It was a little bit chilly. Something about a fire, especially when you're out solo, there's something comforting about it. Don't know what it is. Drinking a little scotch. I brought some 15-year-old Macallan. Have one of those travel pouch bags that I filled it in. Obviously wouldn't bring the glass. It's quite nice. Good way to finish off the day. It's about 6:45 in the morning. I'm gonna get up and it's gonna go watch the sunrise, but it's a pretty cloudy day, I'm assuming. Last night around 2 a.m. it was raining. It was pretty heavy, lightning, thunder. So it kept me up most of the night. No, it's good. I haven't been in a heavy rainstorm with this tent, so it was good to see. I'm still dry, which is nice. So we'll go see how it looks outside. You can hear the wind in the trees, so hopefully it's not too strong, because I'd like to get out on the water and do some fishing this morning. But we'll find out. It's overcast today again, and looks like we might be getting some rain. So first thing I'm going to do, before I even have my coffee, I'm going to put up this lightweight tarp. This is from Cabela's Hot Core Wingman tarp, 12 by 9.5. So I've used this on my last trip in Seagram Lake, and it was worked out well, especially under wind. I pretty much replaced all the guy lines and started using, you can see this. This is a Night Eyes, I think it's called a Figure 9, and using my own paracord. Basically the factory guy lines I find on a lot of tents and also tarps is they're pretty lightweight. They come with the plastic tensioners too, which seem to fail under wind. Any gusts of wind, and changes constantly. So this makes it a breeze to quickly adjust on the fly, and also different lengths of paracord. So makes it really easy, and highly recommend that. So the tarp is up. Just wanted to give you a closer look at these Figure 9 carabiner from Night Eyes, I believe is how you say it. Super handy. Just picked up some more from Cabela's. It's basically the paracord goes in here. This is where you pull to get the tension you want. You're gonna go underneath and above. That's pretty much it. I usually go one more time for safe measure. And then I let it hang like that. If it's really windy, you know, I'll put a little, maybe a half hitch or something in there just to keep it in place. Other than that, that's it. This paracord's attached to a tent peg. So basically I could remove this, remove the tent peg, either or, if I need to adjust. It's a lot easier than fighting with knots and the guy lines and trying to figure all that out, especially when it's raining and if there's high winds. Kind of time is of the essence, especially when you're solo. So I look for things that are convenient. This is definitely one of those neat little tools that I'll always have in my kit. Beautiful morning, about 8 a.m. Just finished putting up the tarp and pouring myself a coffee. And gonna try to catch some fish. So haven't caught any fish the last 2 days. Haven't tried super hard and haven't spent a lot of time on the water. But today I think it's gonna be a good day. It's overcast. Had a big thunderstorm come through last night, and it's prime biting time. Oh. Wow. It's a good sign there's fish here, but totally took my lure. Huh. I just got picked clean. What I'm assuming is a jack. He's using one of these. So I'm going to put on a leader. Now, hopefully this doesn't detract from any pickerel, as they can be picky with presentation, so we'll see how they are today. But I also don't have a ton of tackle, so I don't want to get cleaned out by jack. Maybe if that was a big pick, that'd be pretty cool. Just tying a Berkeley trilene knot. It's probably the only, well, it is the only knot I know. But I've had good success with it. Seems to be strong. I just bring my little nail clippers. Makes it handy. This is a new lure, so I'm going to pinch the barbs. Alright, we're good to go. Alright. So I'm just offshore. Let's see if I can turn this. This is little pencil reeds, kind of in the middle of nowhere. When I was here in June, that's where they were biting. So let's catch some fish. Just took the leader off, tied directly on the line. So wasn't getting any bites with the leader on. And also getting a couple snags, so change spots or change bait? That is the question. Just switched to a jig with the imitation night crawler. Had a bite using a night crawler and a Joe when I was trolling yesterday. And they seemed to work when I was on the Seagram Lake chain with my daughter. We were fishing. So let's see if that works again. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. I want to catch some fish. Just doing some trolling here. The little Joe. Trying to find some fish. Got one or hit bottom. Nope, I got one. Doesn't feel too big. Oh, it's a little bass. Well, it's something. Whew, finally. Beginning to lose some hope here. But just a little guy. But that'll do. I know there's fish here. Right on. All right, one fish on the board. This is what I'm using. Just a gulp 3-inch minnow. The little Joe. Got a fish. Oh, a little jump there. I wonder if it's another little bass. Another bass. This one's a little bit bigger. There we go. Fish 2. Nice little bass. Keep trying. I want to get a pickerel. Warming up for my pickerel. Heard a chicken or a grouse on shore. Yep, there he is. Look at that. Beautiful bird. Yay. Couldn't catch any fish this morning. I was just thinking about what to make for lunch. This will do. Just about to make some lunch. Got some grouse for lunch. So morning was looking pretty bleak. Caught a couple small bass. Wish I would have kept them, but couldn't catch anything. Had one monster hit right off the bat in the morning. Took my lure. Other than that, I got skunked, so I was pretty bummed about that. And then I heard a chicken on shore. Lucky enough I found him. So seemed to have worked out. I debated whether to take my shotgun with me when I went fishing, but I decided to do that. So that's good. No fish, but this will do. First time hunting on a backcountry canoe trip, and I haven't gone this late in the season before, so this might turn into an annual thing. This is a lot of fun. So gonna cook out, just gonna fry the grouse. I got some potatoes, onions, some green tomatoes from our garden at home. So I'm gonna cut all this stuff up. I'm gonna use the fish batter, see where that goes, and fry everything up and have a really good meal. Cajun batter. I like spice. So thought I'd give it a try. Alright, gonna cut this onion now. Make little chunks. Now to cut up this grouse here. There we go, nice piece of meat. And some water. Roll it around in here. Nice seasoning. There we go. That's good. This is going to taste so good. I'm really excited for this. There you have it. This is going to be a feast. So the fire should be good and hot now. I'm going to put some oil in the pan, heat that up, clean up a little bit, and then start frying. Using this GSI Outdoors non-stick fry pan, which has been awesome. Just use a 600 ml smart water bottle for the oil. About to eat lunch. Not the healthiest meal. I have fried tomatoes, green tomatoes, fried onions, grouse that was just shot not too long ago. So looking forward to this. Also had a can of beer. My portager from Trans-Canada Brewing. It's become a tradition on a canoe trip. Was saving it for a fish fry, but fishing hasn't been great, or at least I haven't been able to catch them. But I shot a grouse, so that's cause for celebration. And this just might be my the best shore lunch I'm gonna have. That is good. The Cajun fish batter actually works really nice on this. This is so good. I may have to set the hammock up later. Take a little nap. relaxing in the hammock after that huge lunch of grouse, green fried tomatoes, fried onions, French fries. Time for a siesta. Morning of my last day. Had a beautiful sunrise. Got up around 6:30 a.m. Lots of ducks and geese flying overhead. It was nice. Just having some breakfast of this bandito scramble and having my coffee. Plan to get going around 9 a.m. Pack up. Should be good. Looks like a good day so far. Slightly overcast right now, so hopefully the rain holds off. Overall, excited to get going on the road, and probably stop for lunch partway through. Something I didn't do the first time around, which made the paddle a little tougher. Working on not a lot of food and burning a lot of calories at the same time. Bye-bye, campsite. It's 10 a.m. Just left my campsite on Elbow Lake and heading back home. Beautiful day, overcast, it's calm. There's a slight breeze, a little bit of a headwind, but that's going to change as soon as I get on the river. But anyways, beautiful day. Couldn't ask for a better day to pack up and head out. Been a great trip so far. There's some banging in the distance. It's got the moose. It's curious. I'm gonna back up a little bit. That's not banging, that's another moose. I don't want to get stuck in the middle of two bull moose. It's pretty amazing.
looking at me. Oh, way here. So he's not interested. Intense. That was crazy. So going into this narrow part of the channel where they crossed. A little sketchy. Good sign or not. Seems to be making his rounds around the lake, right where I'm going. So, I hope his favorite color is not red, because he's definitely followed me there. A little bit scary. He's paddling not too far from portage number 3. Oh, after a close encounter with a bull moose in rut. Oh, my nerves are shot. Not focusing on the water, there's a rock here. Looking at the shore. If you want to get your heart pumping, that's one way to do it. Jesus. Those are one of your don't tell your mother stories. Oh. Just left my first portage, ran into a couple other paddlers, canoeists that came from Snowshoe. They came from the Davidson side, which is another loop that I want to try one day. We go to Davidson, finish at Tulubi Lake, and then have another vehicle there, and then drive over to Davidson to get the other vehicle. Still coming off that high. Still coming off that high from that moose encounter. It's pretty wild. There's a lot of things happening at that moment, but I think I made the smart decision to not go through that channel and to back away. I didn't want to get stuck in between two bulls. One bull with a cow. It would have been pretty dangerous, so I started backing up, and luckily I did, because the mature bull came out straight for me, because the other moose already went into the woods. He started walking towards me as I was back paddling. Just prior to that, I pulled into the weeds. I was getting on my rain gear. and then the moose came out, and at the same time it started to pour rain. I had my camera out, my DSLR, trying to get my life jacket and rain gear on. Man, that was a rush. Managed to snap a few pictures, but I'm glad I made a smart decision to first back paddle away before that moose came out, instead of staying put to grab a few pictures. My life or injury is not worth a few nice pictures. It would have been awesome, not gonna lie to you, but I made the smart choice. And I think that's what it's all about when you come out in the backcountry, especially solo. You gotta think ahead. Safety comes first. Doesn't take much to get in a life-threatening situation. That's a nice bald eagle. Man, there's been a lot of bald eagles been on this trip. So it's really nice. Beautiful birds. Not sure if you can see them on the picture camera there. Not sure if you can make that out. They don't like us there. The two paddlers I just met said I was pretty lucky to see that the two bulls and that cow. They said they haven't seen any large animals around here, and they seem like they come to the area quite a bit, so I guess I'm pretty lucky. Reminds me, just after I guess coming from Snowshoe Lake after portage number 2, right in here when I was in June, saw a cow and a calf across the river here. So I guess I'm 2 for 2 on moose sightings on this trip, which I guess I'm pretty fortunate. Sounds like it's pretty rare. Maybe that has something to do with the amount of traffic this gets, because it can be pretty busy. But all in all, feeling pretty good. Tandem paddlers, or paddlers in a tandem canoe. They carried one of my bags, which was awesome. Pretty nice of them, so definitely something I'll kind of pay forward if I come across that situation, since I'm unable to carry my dry bag with my canoe. I've been doing 3 trips, or that's actual 5 carries. So overall adds, I don't know, on the longer portage, 10 minutes. And you know, it doesn't add a lot of time since it's so nice out. But when you're tired, it definitely makes a difference. So yeah, that was great. Whoever you guys were, thanks a lot. Well, at my final portage, this would be, I guess, the first portage. You're starting out on Snowshoe Lake, 155 meters. Made some 3 cheese lasagna on the last portage, which is just a short little scoot across the lake. It looks like it's all ready. Skipped out on the meals last time. Just had a couple snack bars and pieces of chocolate, and I was pretty tired by the time I got to camp, so thought I had the food, so why not stop, fuel up.